the Rich Video Blog Network, home of amazing video blogs, Billerica, Massachusetts. Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for Tuesday, September 20th, 2016. Around 8:40 in the evening, Billerica, Massachusetts. Very hot and steamy for this time of year. Humid. Tomorrow going to be in the 80s. The 80s the rest of the week. Feels more like summer than the first day of fall, but changes are coming. Saturday could be in the 60s, and dampness and coolness and some rain showers. Well, this will be beneficial, but it's not going to be a drought buster. Some news to report on the RVBN Newswire. Team Sweden blanked Team Finland by the score of 2-0 in the World Cup of Hockey round-robin tournament in Toronto, Canada. Sweden advances to the semi-final round. And that's about it on the news from the RVBN Newswire. Be back in a flash. But first, my first plug for business on these video blogs. The business I'm going to plug is the Billerica Fondue Bar, 480 Boston Road, 603-341-1485. You could like that business on Facebook. Go to Billerica Fondue Bar on Facebook. So like it. So if you have a business to plug in between Newswire and the video blog subject, private message me, and it will be plugged. The Billerica Fondue Bar plugs might be not a occurrence once in a while when I get a lot of businesses to advertise for free on the RVN blogs. I'm back. My third and final video blog subject of the night is my personality profile. Tonight's personality profile is former NHL defenseman and former Boston Bruins general manager Mike O'Connell. Mike O'Connell had a 13-year career in the NHL. He was a decent player in the NHL, but as a general manager for the Bruins, he made some awful moves and questionable moves. Mike was born in Chicago, Illinois, and he grew up in Cohasset, Massachusetts. His family was athletic. His father, Tommy, was an NFL quarterback for a couple of years, and his brother Tim played in the WHA. And Mike played football and hockey in high school. He was such a good hockey player in high school as a defenseman. He was recommended by Bruins general manager Harry Sendon to play junior hockey in Canada. He played for the Kingston Canadians in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. He had such a good junior year in 1975 that he won the best defenseman for the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League team. And Mike was drafted by the Chicago Blackhawks in the 1975 entry draft. And he was also drafted by the Roadrunners, Phoenix Roadrunners of the WHA in 1975. He picked the NHL to play his professional career. He spent 3.5 seasons in the minor leagues for the Chicago Blackhawks. He started his NHL career in 1977-78 season. He was the first Blackhawks player born in Chicago to play for the Blackhawks. That's an amazing feat. And he was known as a solid all-around player, and he was a great penalty killer. He was so-so for the Blackhawks, but when he was traded to the Boston Bruins, he had most of his success in the NHL with the Bruins. He was usually paired with Ray Bourque, and they made a great defensive pairing. And Mike holds the Boston Bruins record for defensemen for scoring a goal in 7 straight games during the 1983-1984 season. That was the only time he played in the NHL All-Star Game. And that was also the year he won the 7th Player Award as the Bruins who was beyond expectations. And he had some pretty decent stats. 4 seasons he scored 10 or more goals. 9 seasons he cracked the 20 assist plateau. 4 times he cracked the 50-point plateau. Mike continued to be a solid defenseman. He eventually got traded to the Detroit Red Wings at the trading deadline 1985-1986 for another defenseman, Reed Larson. Mike continued to have some production until he got injured. He was an assistant captain for the Red Wings towards the end of his career. He ended his career in the 1989-1990 season. He was one of the last players in the NHL not to wear a helmet. And his career stats were 105 goals and 335 assists for 440 points. He had 8 goals and 24 assists for 32 points in the playoffs. After Mike's playing career was over, he immediately went into coaching. He coached the San Diego Gulls of the IHL for 2 years, even though Mike had a losing record. As the head coach of the Gulls, Harry Sinden, the general manager of the Boston Bruins, thought Mike had potential to be a great coach. He signed him, and he was assigned to the Boston Bruins top farm club, the Providence Bruins. He was the coach of the Baby Bees from 1992-1994. They had some success with Mike behind the bench. And then, in 1994, Mike O'Connor was promoted to assistant general manager of the Boston Bruins. Eventually, he took over as general manager of the Boston Bruins from Harry Sinden in 2000. And he made some questionable moves during his tenure as GM of the Boston Bruins. He signed Martin Lapointe to a long-term contract, even though Martin Lapointe was a third-line player at best. He signed him to a ridiculous contract. He also signed Sean O'Donnell, a defenseman who was like kind of a fringe NHL defenseman, maybe a 4th or 5th defenseman at best, to another long-term contract. He was known not to sign good Bruins players when their deals were up, like Jason Allison and Anson Carter and Don Sweeney, among others. And he actually coached the Boston Bruins for 9 games in 2003. He fired Robbie Ftorek with 9 games to go, and he was like 3-3 as Bruins coach, and he was eliminated in the first round by the New Jersey Devils. Mike criticized the Bruins ownership because of Jeremy Jacobs not spending big time money for players, but this was when the NHL didn't have a salary cap. Once they got a salary cap, Mike O'Connell traded Joe Thornton, the best player on the Boston Bruins, away in December of 2005 and to San Jose Sharks, and that was the year Joe Thornton won Most Valuable Player in the NHL. Mike got his walking papers from the Boston Bruins as general manager towards the end of that season, and Mike has been working the past decade for the Los Angeles Kings as the director of player development. And that's about it on Mike O'Connell. That's about it on these video blogs: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. Tomorrow, 3 more video blogs coming for you. First video blog will be about the classic TV series Policewoman, starring Angie Dickinson. Second video blog of the day will be about Week 3 NFL predictions. And the third and final video blog of the night is the personality profile. Tomorrow's personality profile will be about the late, great, former NFL player Jim Nance. Keep calm, everybody. And I'm a Julie Bunny guy. Molly Roseblood, WCCO, accent has nice legs. Elizabeth Hat's so stunning, she's the best. Amy Sweezy's awesome Amy. And Bobby Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent, and Linda Church of WPIX Channel 11 in New York is such a cougar, got the best legs in New York City. Good night, everybody, and sweet dreams. And soon, another RVBN video promo about a teaser of a personality profile coming in October. Good night, everybody.